Looking over there, sir.
Huh? You looking good. All right. All right. Welcome to Clock Talk, the podcast that threads the needle between fashion, culture, and tailoring. I'm your host, Indy, and this is
Renaissance.
And join us today as we explore the world of tailored clothing, stitch by stitch. This week, we have 3 segments for you. 3 segments. Just a quick overview again of 1080. We have.
It's gonna get smoother and smoother every time. So
yeah,
we gotta let him get the flow of it, and that's why I'm trying to let him take the lead on it, but I try to add on to it. But the 1080, the first and the second parts are set up different. So first part starting off with the $10.80.
Yeah, well, the subscription shifts. But I'm going to break down the 3 segments first. So,
okay.
Yeah. So the 3 segments is going to be the breaking down of 1080 again. And we also have the items of the week as our second segment. And then our third segment would be just the fashion news, trends, updates, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So to start off today, we have I guess we'll say updates / information, I guess, about 1080. I don't know exactly how I want to word it, but so yeah, basically 1080
updates.
Huh?
Yeah, just update them. It's like, cause it ain't like we can give you step by step everything. Like we can all right, Indy made the collar, Indy did the sleeve, like. We can give them details.
Well, no, because I have updates and stuff we have new stuff coming. I might give y'all some. I guess that'll be a little bit later too to show y'all a little bit.
It's at the end, right?
Well, no, that'd be the second segment. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
All right. So basically, first one is the overview of 1080. 1080. We are a modern contemporary brand based out of New York / Jersey.
What's contemporary?
What's contemporary?
Gotta keep asking that.
I say it's more, I'm gonna say basic, but I say more everyday kind of not, it's not what's called
I was about to go to the internet, but we live, so.
Nah. But, I was gonna say,
but the word contemporary can mean, I think it means different things to different people.
Yeah.
So it's contemporary means something different to me, and contemporary music and contemporary dancing is more of a modern. I always say modern because it's contemporary and modern go together to me as far as but we modern we today we now we can connect older skills to now style. So go ahead.
Yeah. Contemporary brand based out of New York. We create and curate high-end garments by hand, so everything is done by hand, sourced by hand, everything in terms of fabric.
Done with these hands. Done with these hands, so there ain't no other hands right now, so all hands on deck.
In terms of fabric, production, picking out notions, buttonholes, down to the nitty gritty, making patterns. So everything is done by us. So that's what we mean by house production. Everything's made in house. So I think that just puts us a step above because a lot of people, outsource stuff. So this, exactly where it's come from. Go ahead.
We more like Savile Row without being on a specific strip, but
yeah.
Those guys like that, they make everything that they put out per year. So it's that one store, whatever, they not outsourcing nothing. They're going to go get the fabrics really. They're going to the fabric, the garment district and going to get the fabric, bringing it back, treating the fabric, folding it up and putting it in the cabinet so that the customer, and then putting together a book. So getting a book so that customers can pick the fabric and they can just make it. But we more along those lines. We like those type of people. So if we compare it to anything, I think more that designer. No, I don't think so. I think it's more along the lines of the guys from Savile Row that really make the clothes and have to do all the stuff from scratch and really going into their own bag of skills and stuff like that. So.
Which all adds and makes the quality better. So like that's what I'm saying. You know exactly where it's coming from. So like with these other people, they could be outsourcing it from China, Turkey, Taiwan. I mean, these other places that they have to rely on people to. I mean, obviously they're experts and they know what they're doing, but still, it's like
Japan to like everywhere. Like,
to know where your actual clothing is coming from, and like to. I mean, I feel like that just adds a step above.
And that makes us closer to like what like NFTs was like made to portray or made to represent. So it's like that whole thing and that whole wave of thing was like getting something that's yours, and it's like nobody touched it but like one person kind of thing. So like that whole feel of like being the original, like I think that makes it better, and I think that's what made Dapper Dan big, because he had it in one shop. Like everything was coming from there or him, and he was the originator of it. And it's like that's what we got. Like I guess we can get compared to him too, because like more like you could see us. We touch the fabric. Like you could touch us. Like and we're gonna be able to. We're gonna touch
blood, sweat, and tears in it. Literally.
Yeah, like you get little pricks in your fingers. So when you hand stitching and all that stuff, like you might get a little. We got to clean it up, so don't worry. Go ahead.
But yeah, to move on. Next thing we just wanted to go a little deeper on is the subscription ships as well. Again, you can get these subscription ships at 1080club.life right now. If you want to go check it out, we have a website.
1080club.life.
You can check out what we are talking about and get a little more information. And then also you can sign up for the emails. You can sign up for, or just have an account on there.
We're sending those out every week. We need to just doing like a little newsletter. Drop your emails and all that. Like hit the DMs up for the 1080 Club and or sign up, and we can get those newsletters. And it's basically just what we talking about now. Update. Might just need to like type it out or something. We can get this we can get this in words, right?
In words?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Like we can get this written out, right?
The podcast?
Yeah.
I would imagine.
Google is a mother. I'm telling you, we can get that. Like, but that was something. But my bad. I'm kind of skipping ahead.
But anyways, to go back to the subscription ships, we have the $10.80 one, which would be the monthly one. So what that does, it gives you access to the blogs. It gives you access to our videos, our podcasts. Also gives you access to upcoming events that we'll be having, or in the future as well. We plan on going on like some fashion shows and stuff like that. I mean, to be announced. Well, we don't have everything.
It's still
just
early
yet.
We just got off the springtime or whatever, but this past fashion week, so we got like I really don't do much in the summertime except for regroup but like I like spring and I like fall, so but summertime was the time I spent regrouping, but we really got to do something now, and it's like sometimes we do shows, like, but I haven't thrown a summer show at all, like, but that's usually when I'm like in the field, like I'm doing something. So, but I think like in the summer we should definitely do something and like announce something that we can like get people to come to, like New York, of course.
For sure.
It's like, I don't know if it's gonna be. I mean, we should be like. I saw this one place, and it's like the rent place, like to rent in like a event type of thing.
Yeah.
But it's small, and it's like they got like smaller deals and stuff. It's like the smaller designer. Like they know that it's like they know you coming like out of pocket sometimes. So, but if we sell tickets or we do something like that, we might have to, look into something.
I mean, you ain't gonna get the tickets unless you part of the subscription.
I mean, and that's part of it. That's what I'm saying. Like that can pay for it, and then that also pay for the event. So,
but it's not to be like greedy. That's what I'm saying. It's like we're trying to invite you guys into a lifestyle. So it's like different things we're trying to do.
Bring you to Brooklyn. I'm saying,
Brooklyn, we can't do that without like support.
Harlem
so it's like
Harlem too. I don't think they got nothing in Harlem, but Queens too far, Bronx too grimy.
It has to be either. It has to be actually. So it has to be
places
either
that-
Canal. It has to be like Canal, Brooklyn, like Canal Street, Brooklyn,
Yeah,
Upper
but-
East or Upper West. Like those are like the high spots. But
Yeah, but that's just gonna cost you in that man.
that's what I'm saying.
But that's why
I'd
I
rather
said
stick in Brooklyn. Yeah, that's where I'm at. So
Cause you can get some like baby shower type stuff in the Bronx, like, and it's usually that's how it is.
I mean, I would like to be in the Bronx. I mean, obviously there's like
It's just a little.
I feel like there's a little more culture.
I like
it's
Bronx though.
Like, but
the Bronx,
still,
to me, is like
it's not.
but I've been in places in the Bronx that kind of look like is it East Manhattan or like that little area over there, but yeah, it's like they got places that's like a hall or something. They cheap, but you know, I'm trying to throw something out there. But
Yeah.
Brooklyn though, I'm really talking about Brooklyn. Like,
Yeah.
I think Brooklyn.
Brooklyn is more of like
'Cause
the
it's
niche
artsy
area
though, too.
anyway. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
It's
that
like
artsy.
real artsy,
Yeah.
but like you saying too in the Soho area, so all that Soho, NoHo,
Yeah.
everything up in there, Canal Street,
Yeah.
everything over there, like, but you gotta like, but it gotta be like for that small designer like us, that can
Yeah.
afford, like, oh, we come in like this, so we only need it for a couple of hours and stuff like that, so we gotta be in, out, whatever it is, so we'll bring it to you though.
Yeah.
But those are events that we gotta come up with and then like fully think out, put it together, and then like present it to the people, present it to the 1080 club, and then we can get that going. Because there's a lot of planning behind it, not just the clothes, and the end is to close. That's what I'm saying. Like it's
All that, and then on top of
then
that,
on top of that
designer
is the
clothes.
clothes. Yeah, so that's why I tried to pass it off. Like when we did the shows before, I tried to get somebody that was gonna be in charge of the shows and not have to worry about the clothes. And it still never worked out because we gotta figure, like it wasn't figured out. Like I wasn't done with my clothes. So if I'd have been done with my clothes, I could have helped out with thinking about it and figuring out the other stuff. But I was never finished, and I was always still working the day of the show. And that ain't gonna never happen again. So. But that's announcement. That's gonna go in announcements. That's what we had.
Yeah, I also have a calendar up on there. So like, if you obviously miss the show or whatever, you'll have the announcements up on there. So yeah, so just go check it out. Like I said, it's 1080club.life.
We're gonna put the sewing lessons up there. We got put our videos up there with the sewing lessons too.
You only can put so much videos.
Like some small though. That's what I'm saying.
You
like,
have to
and
make
that-
like a what's it called for that? We can make
I said Carolyn, like I'm gonna bring Carolyn into it like that, like have her videotape us, so we videotape her do the technique that we need to do, cause like that pocket, that zipper,
But you
that
put
might
that
help.
on what's it called, Patreon or something like that.
that too. Whatever it is with a paywall, cause that's something that you
It's
can pay for. And cause you're gonna hear it, you're gonna see it, it's gonna be the easiest version, it's gonna be coming out of our voice, so that's what makes things, I think for this generation, you need somebody to speak to this, that's why they don't know how to sew, cause there ain't nobody in this generation talking to them. You know, endorsing the brands.
Nah, I did it this way, so they didn't see nothing.
But this generation need to talk to this generation about sewing because nobody know how to sew. And that's why they don't know how to make their own clothes, and that's why it's like just a bunch of print people.
Yeah.
And that ain't bad, but you ain't gonna be able to make it on nothing. Like right now, they're gonna get.
No one's gonna take you seriously.
But they gonna be able to tax They gonna be able to tax twice. And this is what I thought about when I was going to my shop and everything. Taxing the clothes on the fabric side, and then taxing the clothes again after it's made. So that same product get taxed twice. Like, and this is I'm saying, like, this ain't even no secret because this is exactly what they doing overseas. Because they taxing us almost 3 times because I'm the import.
Shipping too, yeah, right.
And that's what I'm saying, like the import, like that costs more, and that's what your boy, I'm just gonna say, what is he, 45? Like he was on that, like he on top of that, like yo, you're not gonna be taxing me this, and like it's a fair thing, and like if it ain't fair, he brought attention to it, and that's what I liked about the whole exchange with the clothing and importing, exporting, and the whole tax on that, like. I see it different. Like we got different problems. Like as a tailor and all that,
Yeah.
we got that. That's one of our problems. Like import export because we gotta rely on these shipments coming in and the amount of fabric that we need to come in at the time we need it. And if we don't, we're gonna be out of some money.
Somebody got their stuff robbed the other day. Not the other day, but like during Fashion Week.
What, they closed or they
Yeah, like, well, like the clothes for the the clothes for the show, like they'll send it out, and I'm pretty sure somebody obviously had to know.
That's what I'm saying, like that.
Not like they stole the clothes, like.
but imagine that though, like when you pay
It's
for
not
the clothes,
actual.
when you pay for the
Yeah.
fabric, you taxed it, right?
Yeah.
And they got tax on it. You know,
Right.
tax, and you pay for that tax, right?
Right.
Or you write that tax off, right? So then when you make it, now it's a whole nother thing, right?
Yeah.
That's a whole other target, right? And now you gotta tax that when you sell it, right?
Yeah.
And then you file or you write off that tax, right?
Yeah.
So now that's what I'm looking at. That's what we gotta get. That's what, if I get the understanding to my other young sewists and like, yo, we taxing 23 times, we can profit so much, and then if we work together, then that's not including labor. Like, that's not paying you, like, you can pay a respectable wage to somebody if you tax them right. Like, if you tax them right, you can pay them. It's like, yo, like, this quarter, I'm gonna get back this because I filed this on the fabric that we bought for that project. Then after that project is done, when it's sold, or the sold number on it, that's what's gonna be the tax that's gonna be on the next quarter. Like, oh yeah. So, at this moment, we on fire. So they usually don't turn the horn on, so it must be somebody right there, but that's the fire department. We them hot boys, so we might hear a couple.
It's not gonna take that long, is it?
We said, I don't know, they playing, because they just got the horn on, they ain't even moving. They might just be testing. Anyway, go on, sir, because you're getting off topic, sir.
That's you. Nah, so, I mean, said all that to say, we have a second subscription, which is $1,080. That would be yearly.
Don't be scared about that. That's what I'm saying. Like, don't be.
That's not even a lot nowadays. If y'all actually are shopping, like, a lot of people pay
for how many
thousands of
outfits,
dollars in every time they go out to shop.
how many bags, how many outfits could you get out of 1080 in a whole year? You get 12 garments out of that, you get 12 bags out of that, you can get 12 whatever out of that, but out of that, if you actually went to somebody else, would you pay 1080 for that? So that's the bottom line to that. Like, we really gotta explain it. Once you put it in those terms, you really can't compare us with that. Like,
yeah,
you can go somebody else and get 12 garments and or bags at 1080, like throughout the year, different cuts, different all that, like custom. Probably not. So.
But yeah, so every month you be getting like a handpicked, in here curated like item. So and those will range from different things. That could be like
we changing the colorways, we changing the textures, like, but it's gonna be the cut that we like, measure up.
Yeah, so I mean, it could be like we're doing things like polos. It could be shorts. It could be we have different things for different occasions. It could be scarves. We have beanies, different things. So I mean, just stay tuned. I mean, it's definitely a deal that I don't think a lot of people are doing, and I don't think a lot of people understand.
1080 is gonna be, that's decent.
Y'all might want to get it now before I raise it. Actually,
I told him to think about the number, but that's what the number he thought about. But I saw it as a deal. Like, if I can go to a company and I can get those, but if you're not part of the club, you can't get none of the garments, and the garments are gonna be, if you're not in, like,
yeah, the garments are strictly for club members
like,
only.
you can't even get access to them. So individually, the clothes are gonna cost differently. Like, if we go public or we go in the other stores or something, you're gonna buy it at market price. So with the club, it's different, market price. So if you see it in stores, it's gonna be different. So get into the club now, get onto the price now, and you'll be able to get that deal. And we ain't guaranteeing that deal at nobody's store. We ain't guaranteeing that deal if you bought it from somebody else or some other online somebody else. So, like, but it's coming. Like, I think this deal gonna get copied a little bit. Like,
yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. I wish I could put it more in production now before people see it, because I know someone's going to take that deal.
But it's more curated. Like, we doing it more of an individual. Like, you get to touch, like, everybody that made these lines didn't actually make these garments. Like, no matter, giving props too big ups to all of them, but all of them not making the garments that they putting out and promoting or doing anything, like, or creative directing for, saying that even if it's they the designer, like, they not doing it. So, like, you're gonna wait longer only because we have to produce it personally, and producing it personally makes us bring it full circle, and we like them South Road boys. Like, they making it, when you come up in there, you get fitted there. Like, you get, you know, you come back there to pick it up, you know, or you know, probably get it shipped out, but all that fitting and everything. But we're gonna make it, you know, custom size. Like, we gotta get the sizing process up too. Like,
I'm not gonna have too many big sizes. I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, the biggest size you're gonna have is probably maybe a 444, maybe chest
it's a lot
size.
of fabric people, and like as a tailor, like we go for, like we love it when it's small. We love it that it costs us less money to make smaller garments, and that's what they not gonna tell you. But that's the reason why a lot of garments probably smaller, and they made smaller because it's easier to make a smaller garment, cheaper garment, all that. Like, when you see that they just making it smaller just to come out cheaper, use less fabric. Like, that's the whole 60 inch wide fabric, like, versus 45.
Yeah.
Like, all that stuff we know. Like, and on this side of the business we know, but the customer like, oh, we want to, like, yo, if you want a size 42 jacket, like, it's going to be different. Like, that's going to cost a little bit different. Like, why? Because we got to use more fabric. So, and when you see you using more fabric,
Oh, Grandma said hello.
shout out to Grandma. Thanks for making
The whole family's watching.
Right.
Glad to shout out to all of them.
Shout out to the fam. My mama got Instagram, but I would not allow my mama to, you know, I hope it don't get to her, because she gonna be commenting and stuff. But she ain't gonna be commenting nothing about clothes. She gonna be on some mama stuff for real. She gonna be asking about the grandkids and stuff like. At least your mom asking about clothes or commenting on clothes and stuff. Shout out to
I ain't
Mama
got no
Angie.
kids, so.
Right, he ain't got no kids. This is baby right now. Like, these is babies. Like, when, like, baby mama.
It's my baby mama right
Yeah,
here.
my baby mama. Two
I
babies.
got a couple of them.
He got a couple babies. That's the only time that'll be. What's your child support on them? Like,
I mean, they live with me.
oh, they live? Okay,
Yeah,
all
yeah,
right,
yeah.
right. You got the whole family. You got this whole little.
Yeah, they live with me.
This whole little family together.
They're like Muslims. Oh,
Right.
wait, hold on. Cut,
Cut. Get back to the script, sir.
Nah, that's all for the 1080, but.
But the 1080, yeah. So, like you saying, like that amount of clothing you probably won't get from a lot of other brands, like with the quality that we gonna give you, with the cut we gonna give you. So I think 1080 at 12 garments in a year, like, it's generous. Like,
Yeah.
right now we really being nice, and right now you can get all handmade things by us, and the waiting list not too long, but we ain't gonna guarantee that it's just like tomorrow, but you got a little time on it, 2 to 3 weeks, but I'm seeing it as as something we could build on. So, where we at now, sir?
We can go to the item of the week. I guess I got a few items.
I got a couple items too.
Oh, you got a few
But
items?
I got a vintage item of the week,
I
and that's what I got a vintage item of the week, and I want to introduce it because I ain't gonna wear it or nothing, but it's my aunt. She had like it's I don't know, it's a designer. Like, I read the designer's name, and I looked him up and everything. But he's a famous designer or something like that, and he made some leather type of outfits, and my aunt had one that he had made, and it looked like the Eddie Murphy. But if you know my family, you know my aunt, like, she was the dresser, she was the one that made the outfits, and that's why I got into it. But once again, I'm gonna bring my auntie into it, and she, like, when she passed on and she moved to heaven, and
R.I.P.
right, this whole machine right here, like, that's, it's one of them joints, and they sent it from Chicago all the way down here, and I got some clothes too, and I'm gonna show that off, and I guess the pants and everything, because I finished the pants too, but we're gonna see yours first. We putting it on?
Yeah, you can put yours on. I mean, you can do yours
I
first.
ain't wanna put mine on.
Well, I was gonna say, you don't have to, but you
I'm
can show
gonna-
them first.
yeah, I'm sure.
I gotta actually put mine on.
Yeah, okay, so while you put it on, we're gonna set up the camera and everything.
Alright. You gotta stay right there, dog. Don't move. Yeah.
First, well, anyway, these are shoes. I done had them rebottom though, resurface at the bottom. They still look clean. Got that Michelin tire on the bottom. You see the Michelin man right there. I ain't endorsing. I just want to show you. Came out pretty good.
You might as well go ahead and throw that on. That's, I mean.
Nah, I ain't throwing it on.
Alright.
Cause we seen it last week.
Yeah.
That's almost a repeat. He's supposed to be getting dressed. He's still messing with the camera. Yeah, I call that the WNBA out there, sir. So the back, and I put the slider in there. I did this little V at the back, or this little whatever that is at the back, so you can sit and give you like a little extra little room in the back. That little slider connected to the hand.
You might have to get closer to it. I mean, they can see it, but you ain't trying to really show details.
Oh yeah, it don't matter. I don't want to run up on the camera though.
Yeah, let's go right there.
This is the V I was talking about.
He's trash though.
Right, he always talking this. I made it. He tried to compare. He tried to race me with a blazer.
Hey, who lost? You?
I made a whole suit in a couple of days, sir. And I had to like slow down to take pictures, sir. Like that's when I slow down to take pictures. Cause once you in that mode, a little mind it. I like any pants versus mine though. I'm probably gonna take it off and do it again, but that's a luxury of being able to.
He
ain't better than me, but I'm just saying I like his pants better than mine on the waistband. Right, you wanna get any credit you can get. These my pockets, they look better than his. The slide, the little corner. He got the side piece in too. You got cuffs on? No, he ain't got no cuffs. So I got cuffs on mine.
Hey, Addis, don't be A this dude. So, are you done?
Hey, well, are you ready?
Oh, yeah, I'm ready.
I'm
showing actual 1080 stuff. You just showing Go ahead and show them that.
Ask me to show that.
Show
like this is a vintage. This the vintage.
Oh damn,
piece.
she made that?
No, she ain't made it. This is designer. Yeah, but she can though. Don't be testing. Yo, don't be trying to.
Why you show my goddamn? Sure.
Like this some old Eddie Murphy.
Billy Jean. Sorry.
Yeah, Billy. That's what I'm saying. Like Michael Holman. Look it up.
Yeah, we promoting other people out here.
Yo.
What you doing?
Yo, this is a vintage. As many people we talk about in the trends and everything. Yeah, right.
That's women's.
Yeah, this women's. You see the cut.
What is that? Is that pants hanging down?
And this is a
dress.
skirt. Yeah, like a dress.
Oh damn. Okay,
Yeah.
that's what your grandma was wearing. Okay, Granny.
Hey, it's disrespectful.
Okay, Granny.
Yo, it's my auntie.
Oh, auntie. Okay.
You better cut your ass out, boy. With the lining in it, you see the leather.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's smoking.
Nah, you can tell it's leather because it's still in good condition.
Yeah, she barely wore it, but when she did, she smoked them. So that's the vintage item of the week. I had to bring that out. I had to, big up to my auntie. She moved to heaven, but she chilling. She made the tailor out of me. Alright, you ready, sir?
Alright, tell me how I look on this. Actually, let me just look
Let me
because
just
y'all
look.
be making me look crazy on you.
Yeah.
Alright, some actual pieces from 1080.
Alright,
The
right
spring
there.
collection. Hold on, I just gotta make sure this looks good. I look great. What? Katowski!
Yeah. Alright, this is. Hey.
So,
Alright, so we have Indy here.
alright, so this 1080, this is a little piece. Oh, I got a little straggle.
A scraggle? What is this?
Hold on, one second. At this point, I pulled it.
You put it? Oh no, he broke it, y'all.
Alright, so this 1080 pieces.
Okay.
This is the Piquet Polo. The, sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
Nah, I was just looking at something. We got the vents on the side, little vents.
Side vent.
We got a nice brown
Show the pocket, show the side
You
pocket.
hard to see the brown. Can you see the brown? Not really.
No, I see that it's brown. I know
It
it's
probably
brown.
look black. What it look like?
Well, it look dark, but you can see that in the light, it look brown. What's that light shine on it? You can see that tan. You can see it.
Oh, yeah, okay. Let me back up a little bit. Alright, yeah, so, and then this is also the piqué pants. This is going to be the lighter piqué.
Show the waistband.
You got
He
the,
copied me, y'all.
you got the pulleys on the
Right,
side.
he copied me with that one, y'all. I don't even know where you get that from. Just copying it.
Nice side pockets.
His pocket
Nice
longer than
finish.
mine.
I don't always do, I need to start doing pleats. I need to start doing pleats.
Yeah, and I got pleats in it.
But
But
I
it
got
just-
the
it
little
just gives
extra
you more
finish on the
room.
side right there. Got the little...
Lap. Yeah.
Flash
Flash the whole community, sir.
My bad.
The whole club just got flashed.
This went to PG-13. Oh yeah,
Back
throw in
pocket.
my bag. And then also, this is a little sneak peek into the bag that's coming. It's not totally finished, but you know, gotta show y'all.
Back pocket, sir. You ain't,
Huh? This is back pocket.
no, you didn't show the back pocket.
Oh. Well,
Yo,
on mine.
yeah.
Oh, my bad. Sorry. Back pocket.
You actually did the pocket with the dart in it. I'll show you full work, sir.
Anyways, this is the bag. Well, that's what I wanted to show you because it's the bag.
Right, you thirsty, show that bag off.
This is a new bag, little back pocket. This is what the front look like. This little side piece. Let me know what y'all think in the comments.
This is nice. This is nice, see?
The vest? What
Brown
vest you see
chicken.
over here?
Brown chicken on the zip. And
Anyways, this is the new bag.
Nice pair.
I gotta finish it. Like I said, I gotta put the lining in there. Little pocket in the front. I'm gonna do my embroidery.
Sweet.
I think I might take it out and put the embroidery on there.
You can do that without it. You need that small hoop. You got the small hoop?
No.
Smallest one?
Mm-mm.
You
That's
can
good
buy
for
that. You gotta get that, that's on Amazon.
it. Goes around like this. Little Indiana Jones satchel. But like I said, I still gotta finish it. It's gonna have a little adjustment on there. So, check me out, dog. How I look?
I give him an F plus, yo.
Well, I look, dog. Yeah, smoking out, dog.
You would feel.
Alright. Alright, let's make sure down.
Pretty as cameraman, buddy. Alright, buddy. Appreciate it.
Alright.
Just cut me off.
Well, as I was looking through the fashion news trends,
Mm-hmm.
before I get to the main stuff, I did see there was one that said the Taylor jacket or the Taylor suit is back, baby. How you feel about that?
What was the source?
Huh? Don't worry about the source, dog.
The source don't matter no more.
Who
but-
cares? Who cares about this? Is fake news
I mean,
all the time.
I mean, because
bro.
I don't want it coming from somebody that be spewing fake news. I want it to be from somebody that knows it's real, know what fashion is. And
I
know
feel
that
like the Taylor suit never
it's-
went out though. They never
it went out, but it's like people wearing it went out. Like it needs to be more of a demand because everybody needs to be wearing something.
Or at least like what, like a jacket or something, or at least a pant,
at
or.
least once a week again. Like people not even wearing a suit once a week.
Well, you
Like,
don't have to wear the whole suit though. That's what people get.
No.
You could wear the pants with a vest. You could wear just pants
I'm
and
gonna
a shirt.
tell you from even being poor, at least once a week you was tailored at least
Sunday?
at least once a week.
On
That's what I'm
church.
saying, at least now nobody has no reason to get dressed for nothing. Like you don't have to go to court. You don't get married all the time.
Don't go to court.
You don't die. Like you ain't dying all the time. That's what I'm saying. Like married, court, and dying. Like that's the only time that these people using a suit. Or
If they don't have one, barely.
And it's like, what the, like, unless you go to a lot of, like, you're a wedding singer or something, like, ain't nobody wearing those suits really. Like, the businessman, like, they try to get casual Friday every
day.
Try to get casual Friday and work from home every day.
Trying to wear Sperry's to work. Some boat shoes.
So, bringing tailoring back, making American garments, I mean, like, that's the MAGA. It's the MAGA, sir.
Yeah. I think it's coming back slowly. I see a lot of people, especially a lot of younger people, they're getting their clothes tailored. Even if it's just like a hem or something like that, they
gotta get it tailored. So
they appreciate
the
it.
alterations is coming back. The tailoring is coming back. The fitting is coming back. Like you can wear it big if you want to, but that waist gotta fit. Fam.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna fall off your waist.
Yeah.
Like you can do all the stuff you want to do, pretty and all that, but if it don't fit, or if it
And a lot of stuff they be getting from what's it called, like secondhand, like stores and stuff. So they have to
don't
get
fit.
like
Like you need to get it tailored because it need to be your waist size.
Right.
You need to go fit your shoulder or something. Like come on, man. Like, but if you don't know, like that's why you're in the club and you'll find out things like that. So if you go into the thrift store, like. You need a tailor.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Or somebody that you take your clothes to because they know your size and they know your measurements and they can take that tailored garment that you just, that untailored garment that you just bought from the thrift store and tailor it to you. And that's
you
what.
create almost a whole different garment.
And
Like,
create a whole other look, a whole nother garment, a whole nother silhouette. Like all that stuff can happen all within those two people in that one garment. So.
yeah, but in other news, the Belgian designer Dries van Noten
Okay, so we're gonna
has stepped down from his throne, if you will. He's not at Dries van Noten no more. So
he making an announcement, so this is what I gotta say about that. So my reaction to the news that was just brought. So first of all. Do we know Belgium for fashion? No offense. And I don't care about, like, who am I offending? Like, I don't know nobody that's
they
in
say the same
Belgium.
thing for America.
But we do. Like, I don't know none
that's
from
true.
Belgium. Like, but we do have somebody from, like, I don't know no famous, like, and that's good. That's good on his behalf. And, like, now, like, the only Belgian designer that I know is him. So it's just like, but I don't know them for fashion either. So. Don't know y'all for fashion. Don't know, but where's Belgium at? You know what's that?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I know a lot of geography and all that, but I know where
What's
it's at.
next to?
That's what I'm saying.
I'm talking about that. No.
Like, I do. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, because if you know World War II.
So Germany?
That's what I'm saying. Like, you hear it in your head because if you think of World War II and you think about when they, like, when the
but Germany
came in and all that.
had really tailored suits and all that though.
Exactly, because of who?
Adolf Hitler. Hey, if you want to get specific.
Because of Adolf Hitler. Of course, and I'll tell you how I got to that. But because of this design,
Hugo Boss,
he made the deal.
But no, he really had. I hate
with the government to make suits for the army.
But so did Chanel. So did Coco Chanel though.
And that's what I'm saying. It was their job. Like, what do you want to say? Like, you don't know that these people going to go pull a genocide. You don't want nobody to go kill nobody in your outfit. Like, do you think the people that's making army outfits think about how many people gonna get killed in this outfit, or if this person in this outfit gonna die? Like, I don't want to think about that. And that's part of the reason why I got out of Chicago. Not to go all the way out subject, but I always thought about that because I worked at the Rest in Peace shop. Mm-hmm. And the garments and things that would be on them is rest in peace this person, rest in peace that person. And then it was like, I made a rest in peace for a person, or made something for a person, and then they end up getting rest in peace. So it was like, I don't want my garments to be on something, well, no offense or nothing. Like, I don't want my garments to be on somebody in a rest in peace picture.
Yeah.
So, and that's all I kept thinking about. It's like, dang, if I made that for him, or if I did that for him, because he gave me short time to make what I made for him. I think I made a hat or something. And the guy ended up getting shot that night.
Damn.
3 in the morning, like, hey, went to heaven. Like, and it was like, the next day I found out, like, damn, I just finished his hat that day. And then he just came and got it and picked up. And he was like, oh, if you'd have had more time, I could have got this. And I was like, damn, if I'd have made that, and he took pictures of that, that would have been the RIP shirt, because they come with pictures that they have with the guy and whatever, fancy outfit that he had on or something that he was in fly. That'll be the picture that they bring to the RIP shirt to put on the T-shirt. Mm-hmm. So it's like, damn, Like, do I want to do that? Do I want to be that?
Yeah.
But that made me think about the war, with just the Hugo Boss and the Chanel thing. It's like,
now you're known for the war.
And that's
what
I'm saying.
Like, off of it because a lot of people don't know it anymore.
But I was in the war in Chirac, but I made clothing. So the top people that came to me were people that could afford me and that could afford the number that I was saying. It was like, no, I want like $200 for that, and they could afford it because they was in that lifestyle and they was in the war in Chirac, whether it was a war on drugs, a war on people, and war on poverty, like whatever it is, it was a war, and not including the gang war. So it was like. There's 3 different wars going on in Chicago. So it's like people only, not including the race thing. So that's 4. Like, if you put that into it, I'm coming off and I'm doing the same thing Hugo and Chanel did. And like, especially when I was in Chicago. But that's why I came to New York in the East Coast, because it's like, they're not doing that there. And it's more like, it's the mecca for clothing and all that. I can get that off and I don't have to worry about. But that's why I'm like, I ain't go to Belgium. Like, not to throw no shade.
Yeah, so what does that have to do with this designer, though?
So, what I'm saying is, he, like,
not known
I
for
don't know him. He not knowing, like, I don't know him. Like, he probably makes women's wear, like, and that's what I'm saying.
He makes
like,
women's and men's wear, but
it don't make me discredit him for doing none of that. Like, I just don't know nothing about him, and I respect you for doing it and being able to put your country on your back. That's like me being like the only dude representing America and being able to go abroad and like, yo, he represents America for clothing. It's like, yo, that'd be crazy, like, to me. But it's like, for him to step down, like, this what I was getting to too. Is like, you're gonna step down from your brand that you made up, and like, is it because you have to? Because you like now I want to know more because like, is it a scandal? Is it because you done, like you can't design no more?
Well, there was a quote that said that I saw. There was a quote that I saw that he said, I think he's just done. He wants to just sound like he was dying though, but he's like, I want to do the things I didn't have time to do, which I understand.
I'm not gonna know would be killing people, but
I'm just saying. But like, I mean, that's what people do. Like, if you have cancer, they might not tell you, but they'll be like, oh, I'm gonna go live my life.
So do you know about?
But he's been doing it for like 4 decades.
But do you know about Mason Margiela?
Margiela,
yeah. Do you know about his? Like,
he never shows his face and all that.
He's not dead. That's what I'm saying. Like, but he don't have the. I don't think he in control of the brand or nothing like that anymore either. So it's like, I think that might. Be.
But there's a lot of people that are not. Nobody wants to do 4 decades of clothing anymore. Like, oh well, I mean, some people love clothing like that.
I think it's a run that people get.
Right, you get tired. Like, how many clothings can you really do?
I can.
He did almost 100 shows.
I feel like I can.
No, he did 100 shows.
I feel like I could, like, the people that stay in it, like, Galliant, like, people...
Love it,
Like, that's what I'm saying, like...
Even Dior.
Oliver, you talking about Oliver?
Well, Dior started when he was old, though.
Oh, you talking about
actual Dior, yeah.
That's what I'm saying, like, some people got a love for it, and then they can, like, you can see the evolution in your own design and where you can take things, and, like, that ain't like nobody else.
Yeah.
Right? And I feel like... Some people see they end, or like they only had one niche, or they had one thing and they was able to get it out, and then there was a demand for it, but they don't have nothing else. That could be music, that could be writing, that could be sports, like that might be it for them. Like some people got an infinite, like that's why I like to go up under that monarchy, the Renaissance, because I got an infinite amount of things I know how to do, and then when it comes to fashion, I can come up with a concept, from dealing with individuals. Like I can come up with anything. Like, yo, bring me this and I'll spit you back out something. Like a computer, like especially clothing, designing. Like what you got? And I can bring something back to you. So, and then when you know the basics, like you can make certain things. So it's like, all right, I got the blueprint.
He didn't even come into it. That's what I'm saying. I was gonna say, like he didn't even really come into it as a designer per se. Well, like
was he more like business?
So he went to it's like academia or something like that, whatever. But like that's when he started doing like
like a design school,
I think, or something. I think it's like a design school or whatever, but I'm not sure he actually like cut and sewed. Cause I was trying to get like the details of the story, but it never really broke it down. Like
at St. Martin's, are they cutting and sewing over there?
St. Martin's, I think certain people, but I think there's also a certain division where it's like fashion design.
I've been in design school, so I know it's a clear division of people that do fashion design,
right? And then there's
fashion merchandise,
right?
those people in fashion merchandising are louder and all this shit. And they always on the scene. They got time to be on the scene, doing that stylist type shit.
Yeah.
We don't have time to make it and then be on the scene.
Right. No.
That's what I'm saying. Like, these people are stepping in front of us. Not saying that they not like we.
We're not even.
We're not even at all. But it's just
we
like
do two different things.
but we can be going to school at the same time.
Right. Exactly. Well, the school is a cluster of people because there's also like what's it called, like journalists. There's also,
and that's what I'm saying. But we all important in our own field.
Right.
But we are the backbone, the blueprint, the foundation of fashion. When you make it, I feel like the tailoring and the making of it
comes to us because we literally are.
You can't do nothing without.
It's like going.
We don't get talked about unless we make it. It don't get
we're the chef,
unless
like
we make it.
a chef, like literally we're taking it from scratch and making it.
But if it don't. You can't talk about it as a stylist or give it a recommendation unless we make it.
Yeah.
You can't do anything in news, modeling, nothing unless we make it.
Right.
If you don't get us to make it, that don't get made.
Right.
So we're the most important piece to this whole puzzle. But not saying that we outweigh all of them, like, because they play an equal part, and you could be biased if you coming from this piece.
Yeah.
But I feel like definitely all those other pieces don't appreciate us.
Right.
As far as like tailors, a seamstress, a sewist, and all that. Like, I think they really important. But I think if working with a stylist, like, to me, hand in hand, and even a model hand in hand, you can get your point off as a designer. And I think that that's what we always got to have at our disposal. Somebody that can either express us as that model, or know who to give it to and give it to. Like, I do think you do need a stylist, but they're not always needed. Like, some things are gonna sell itself, and then we're gonna have to give it to certain people to put it on. Like, we can choose to, like, oh, we're gonna give it to so and so he can dress so and so. So, but
that's the thing though. It's like, they wouldn't even want it unless it's hot first. That's why it has to be something that people want. So it's like, I
think that we can make it hot. Like,
that's exactly what I'm saying. I'm saying these people hype it up to another level, but I think that the thing in the first place has to be good, though.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you can force their hand with giving them no other alternative.
This is all you got.
Like, you can't compare us to nothing else. So what's the other alternative to us?
Yeah.
So if you have something that's an alternative to us, then you have that argument.
Yeah.
But since you ain't got nobody that can do what we do, then you ain't got no argument. Or he did that, he made that. No, you get him the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Sorry, expression and all that.
There goes our sponsor.
Oh, you already messed that up, putting up that cup and all that. But anyway, you gotta get people out of here. You gotta at least let him know that, like, all right, you gotta pay homage before you get some credit. Like, they don't pay homage before they give credit. And all the early fashion shows that I was going and witnessing, like, if the designer didn't sew all that itself or got it manufactured, they at least brought out the tailor that did it.
The model? Or that nine? No? My bad, sorry.
That's not higher.
What's up, everybody?
Nah,
not this one. The bottom one.
I don't know.
Oh, my bad, sorry. My bad. What's good, peoples? If y'all got any questions, comments.
He don't know how to act with companies, so he don't even know how to stay on subject. He don't know how to touch.
I'm just trying to embrace the people. We got 6 people watching.
Here.
We got 6 people watching.
You got to give them content, sir. Not no, hey, how you doing? You say that to him, you see him later. Like, hey.
So if y'all got any questions, comments, go ahead.
Yeah, address them as a whole. Like, we all know everybody gonna be like, hey.
If y'all got any donations, go ahead, drop it down below.
So where you at now?
Huh?
Since you addressed everybody, where you at now?
No, we still talking about trends and stuff. But also, I was gonna say that the Valentino creative director also just dropped out as well.
So Valentino, what you feel
I
about
can't say
Valentino?
his name, so I can't.
Exactly.
Well, no, I don't. No, the only
Why
thing.
does he matter to us if we can't?
Oh, actually, I was gonna circle back. Hold up.
They trying to fix the bell. So
Since
while he fixing the bell, I feel like.
No, I was gonna wait. Hold on, because I was gonna circle back actually to what you were saying earlier about Dries Van Noten, about him not being there. But no, I was gonna say there was also a clip that I saw about Alexander McQueen also had a quick statement on it. He was just like, "Oh, if I die or if something happens, I wouldn't want somebody else to like continue on my brand." So basically, he was like, he knows that they can't do exactly or express exactly how he would express his brand.
Yeah, I won't have no control over it,
right?
Like, but some of these guys are selling their brand, or
and then it's just money, pure money. It's just pure money.
And then it's you selling your likeness, and that's what. It's kind of hard, and I'm looking at it's a lot of ready-to-wear brands that don't look like a problem. Like they just selling a logo, or they just selling something already. So that's not a problem. But most of those dudes are not tailors. They didn't make that. They didn't have to go through the part of having to stay up all night, making sure things fit, based and stuff. Like they don't have to think about that. So they don't have a problem with selling their whole brand and likeness. It's like, oh, I just got it off my ideas and okays and popularity. So I don't feel like popularity makes you a better designer, tailor, nothing. Like, I think the actual quality of your brand comes from the hard work and real work that you put in, not because you came up with a design, you got some friends and you can sell it to them because you got so many. So I think that's why a lot of smaller designers, we don't sell. And I mean, me and you and a lot of other people that we know, and like, we can be good all we want to, but because we ain't got a million friends and we don't hang out with those stylists, like that's those two groups again. Like, because we ain't popular in being stylists and being able to be out on the scene and being able to take pictures with people and all that. Like, because we can't do that, we're not going to sell these garments that we just stayed up all night thinking about making and all that. So, I respect both sides, like I said, but I think that we, as designers, like, and giving away our brand, that's why it's so hard for you to sell certain stuff at a certain price, because you know how much of work that you put in. It's like, I'm not just giving you my brand for whatever you think is valued at. Like, I don't care what you think. All right, you won't get it. Like, I'm gonna sit at my price. So if you don't respect my price, or you don't respect what I did and all that, you just won't get it. Like, and that's what it is for me. And like, some people do live and die by that. And I feel like as a designer, and tailor, and all that I am, pattern maker, like
you gotta respect me.
Like, certain people got put in some work, so it's like you can't just come in and tell a veteran, like, just because I don't know your name, I ain't like, the quality of your work is different. Like, no, we got the same quality, and actually I'm better than your tailor. Like these dudes, they not even tailors because they want to be tailors no more. A lot of these tailors for insurance, like they tailor, like, and I hate to say it like that, but they tailor because they're insurance. They tailor because they don't want to be. They got mortgage.
That's what they done their whole life, like, and this is what they know.
You tailor for mortgage now. Like, you tailor for insurance now. Like, you're not tailored for the love no more. You're not making nothing. Like, I've seen those dudes, and that's why they don't want to work with younger designers, because we was, like, especially when I first came into New York, like, I'm dreaming, man. Like, I'm gone. Like,
and you can't tell me nothing.
and then I'm bumped into these tailors in these tailor shops, and they done dreaming. Like, they living life, they paying bills, they know that it's a different life.
Well, I don't think it was ever a dream for them anyways. A lot of them, you talk to them, they're like, oh, I just did it because
but for our guy,
this is what I knew.
Like, for the guy, like, our guy Nostrum.
No names.
Right. So for him, it wasn't a dream. Like, he was still living his dream. Yeah. Like, he lived his dream a lot longer. Like, he probably still is, and that's what I'm saying. Like,
I seen him the other day. I told you, right?
I told you. Like, he's gonna live his dream a little bit longer because he could, because he's younger though. He's still a young tailor. He's a younger tailor. Name one that's younger than him. Who? Me? You? Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's it. Like, he don't have no competition. We his competition. We're not competing with him. So But on the tailor side, I think that this could either die out with us, and like, cause like ain't nobody else running up trying to grab that baton. Like, I don't know nobody that's saying like, I want to be a tailor, like, for real. I didn't heard I want to make my clothing line. I heard I want to repair some. I don't hear nobody saying that I want to be a tailor. And I always knew coming in, I wanted to be a tailor. I never wanted to be a designer. I just knew I didn't design something, and I want to make that design. Right? That was the difference. It's like, no, I want my idea. Like, what you gave me is not my idea. So until I can make it, you won't see it. Like, anything that I done presented is stuff that I feel like is ready for, public visual consumption. get wrapped up.
So my bad. Nah, I was just trying to see.
You can't hold the show. Hold the show.
Nah, I'm
Ain't
holding the
nobody
show,
say
dog. You
nothing
talking.
to him. Don't
You
nobody type
talking.
nothing. Let him stay focused. Hey, what else you got?
Nobody typed nothing. I just,
Exactly.
I'm
They
in the
listening.
word.
They
I'm in the
listening to
word.
you.
I'm in the word. Look,
They trying to
you can't
keep
see
what
me.
you said.
You can't see me. I'm
Hey,
in the
don't
word.
nobody say nothing to him. He gonna get it.
Nobody said nothing. I said,
Exactly.
I said I'm behind the words. You can't see me.
All right. What's the next?
Bro, you
subject?
trying to take all the limelight. That's why, dog.
I get on this limelight.
They can't just see
I'm
me.
your co-host.
I gotta scoop this
As a
back
co-host.
up.
As a co-host, trying to keep any focus is my focus.
Nah, I got too many jobs. I got 10,000 jobs.
You only got 10,000 jobs. They don't have nothing to do with talking. Like the whole show is talking.
Nah, I gotta make sure the camera's right. See, look at that. Now the camera's better. You see that? Hey, thumbs up if the camera's better, actually.
I'm trying to get y'all to engage now because you want to look at the phone. Like, basically, he got on this dude with the whole selling his name. I thought about Halston with that. I thought about him with that. I thought about Tom Ford with that with Estee Lauder.
Halston? What about him?
I thought about how he sold his brand, how the J.C. Penney deal went down, how all that.
Would you rather sell your brand or would you
Of
rather?
course, I want to sell the brand because I want to
sell it.
Yeah, I would. But I want to sell certain pieces of my brand. I want to sell certain like I'm not gonna sell a high end version of something that I made for ready to wear. I won't do mine and the better with it. Like it's different deals for me. So if I want to sell something that's ready to wear, I got a whole idea for that. Like I got a whole layout about that. Like and I want to sell that brand. And then if that like let's say how Rocker wear and how Truck Fit and how these other brands sold to a company, that supplied to like stores like Rainbow.
Mm-hmm.
Like so they bought from Jay-Z 250 something million or something like that. Yeah, like he sold it to them for 250 something million. They was able to take Rockaware and put it in smaller stores and they got their money back.
Yeah, they for sure.
But he cashed out with 250 something. Like how much would I take for mine? Like I want $1 billion, but he took 200. He took a quarter of $1 billion home from a brand that he set and he built up for how many years did it take for him to
Couple of years.
build it? Like yeah, it was like a short. So you like I look at ready to wear like that, but then high end I look at different. But on the ready to wear side,
but everything would be connected, would it not be? Because it's still under one name.
He made something else after that, and it wasn't.
Well,
like
no, I'm
Rockaware
saying
was
you
tied to
personally,
S. Dot.
because everything is under your name, though.
No, but it ain't like that's like saying that the S. Dot that he made after that was connected to Rockaware, and it wasn't. Like the same maker, nothing was connected to it.
Yeah.
Like just the person that brought it to you.
Yeah.
And it's like that's what I think the problem was with Halston because it made his high end go price.
But that's what I'm
down.
saying. All his was connected because it's all under Halston.
But
it's not like Halston and then a different name and a different name.
Let's go Jerry Lorenzo and how he was able to break that. He broke that mold.
With Essentials.
Exactly. So,
Well, people did that before him. Armani Exchange.
Okay. How much of a high and low is that? Like
Armani Exchange is at Macy's and Armani's actually.
So is that a higher than low than what Fear God is?
Yeah, it's about the same thing.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Like he was able to take that and put it into a popular sense, though. Armani is not being worn in the hood like that.
Armani, everyone had Armani Exchange
at the time, like, but it didn't go like it didn't pop. It wasn't a popular brand the way Fear God was, in the way Essentials.
I think it was, but
it wasn't.
Everybody had a Armani Exchange shirt.
A shirt.
Or something. Or a piece. Everyone has a piece of Essentials. They might have the sweatsuit, but it's not like they're going and going by every piece of Essentials.
It was more like a cult.
In terms of, I'm talking about in terms of that time, bro. Because this is a different time. Anything that pops.
It wasn't people Armani down. Like
it's like Polo. It's like Polo.
Exactly. Like those are like you gotta think about it. Like those are.
That's the same thing. As
but it wasn't part of the culture, like the hood culture or the like. It was worn. It was a period of time.
Essentials is not the hood culture neither.
But it was more attached to his sneakers, which is attached to the hood, which is attached to Nike, which has a loyalty from the hood, and you can't deny that there's a loyalty to Nike from the hood. So I'm saying like that's how he was able to get that loyalty towards his brand and people was able to even know who he was from a lower price point. I'm gonna put it like that. Instead of saying hood, I'm gonna say a lower price point, or people that's able to
entry price point,
lower price point, broke, like people that have to save to get anything. Like he was able to get the higher end people plus those.
But no,
people.
I don't see nobody buying the higher end actually like that.
But
I'm not like sending shots at him, but I really don't see people.
He's from California. He got his California.
He has multiple shops. You know, like
no,
Dubai,
I'm saying like
going in.
not where the shop is at. I'm talking about where his fashion comes from. Like who is influencing, what area is influencing his style. Like he doesn't have a New York sense of
like
fashion.
West Coast type.
He has a West Coast sense of fashion. So the nightlife that he lived, it was about, because he was a club promoter. And just knowing his story and looking at how he wear his clothes, the whole sports background, like seeing how that all tied, but then being able to see how he went higher because he just dropped his first runway show. That was his first time. So him jumping on the calendar or whatever and doing that whole runway show for the first time and doing a higher end version of what he did already, and then the lower price points it didn't affect his higher price point. Like he broke the whole mold, because usually if you are higher end or because he was a trend and everything, like he was able to be a trend and be a high end, low, like he broke the whole road. Like him, Kanye, that's why Kanye say that's a mini Kanye. Like, cause he broke the mold on the high and low end. Like, I made high end, like when he priced them and made them like real simple garments and priced them at $12,000, like, and when he did that and people actually bought it and people actually leaned into that fashion, like, and he was able to now do this whole $20 thing, like he gonna be able to like sell out. Like this dude is smart, like, but he not selling his name though. Like that's what I'm saying. Like Jerry Lorenzo not selling his name. He might have a manufacturer now, a big distributor now, like how Off-White got, and most of these brands get Amiri get Michael Amiri, and how he was able to go from smaller, him working on jeans in a shop, to being able to launch a whole runway show and all that, because he went from one thing to another too. Like I seen when like the transition happened in a lot of those designers, because they designing like this, they moving like that, and now they see that, oh, I gotta go high end, so their fabrics change, their cuts change, because somebody else doing it. Guess who's doing it?
China.
Us though. It's like the tailor that's over there that's doing, like the tailor chooses how like you can okay it or not, but when we make that pattern and we make that muslin and we hang it on that mannequin, or we put that live person in or whatever, and we send that picture over, you okaying or denying that. Like, but we still did it. Like, you don't even know how that's done. You didn't know that we went out this way and dropped it this, like the measurements and like we doing all that. So to sell your brand and somebody else is doing that for you is like you ain't doing nothing but selling this guy. Like you didn't have that much invested because you didn't do all the work. Like, but when you like want the respect of, I had to put that line in by hand. I had to do that stitch myself. When you want that type of respect and people don't want to give that type of respect, you just got to be willing to say F them. Like I'm not gonna argue with them about how much I am who I am. Like they don't know I'm him. H-E-M. Like I'm him for real. Like, but they don't even get the reference though. Like if I say I'm him and I'm him with an E, it's like, oh.
Daddy, see that?
I got a lot of time on my hands, and that's what I think God gave me too. Is like give him time on his hands so he can really think about how to tear their ass up, and I'm thinking about how to tear him up, like every day. Like, and I'm going to sell a brand, but I'll be able to live off another brand. I'll be able to sell a brand and be able to make another brand behind that, and
this is business idea.
And that's what I'm saying. Like I want to be able to influence other brands, make other brands, manufacture other brands, design other brands, and not be in this, or just be an American kind of like knowing that America got so much diverse ideas. Like we got the ideas, like we got so many ideas that they spill over into other countries. You know why? Because they copy us, and I'll say that on the broad any spectrum.
There's a lot of people that are not free enough to have like ideas. You're meant to.
Nike is everywhere. Like you got Apple.
No, I'm saying
everywhere.
like they're meant to. There's a whole different thing.
But I feel like we have all these ideas, but it's because we are subjected to so many things, and when you subject yourself to so many things, you able to figure them out, to like take it and do, like, you give me a table full of something, I'll figure out something from that.
Yeah.
But if I don't got nothing on that table, I ain't got nothing to figure out.
Yeah.
They don't have nothing on their table, I guess, or it's not.
They just trying to eat.
They just trying to eat. That's what I'm saying. Like, whatever you put, they just, it's one at a time. Like, it's real simple.
They about to get canceled, dog.
Like,
Oh, Lord.
Because it's true. It's like, I don't think you can ever get canceled off true things.
Right.
Like, I have the facts behind it, and that's when you get.
Right. It's
you
not like
get
you're
to
trying
argue
to be
first. Like,
disrespectful.
you got to argue with me before
Yeah.
I get canceled, because it's like, this is true.
Yeah.
Like, we got a lot of talent here. Our music is everywhere. Our influence is there. My one city, Chicago, has influenced the whole world.
Yeah.
In the last how many years? You can't tell me how powerful.
Because I earned it.
Like music, rap, or whatever, sports. Like, my city has taken over.
But
the
even
last
before
40 years.
Even
like,
before this, they were doing like all the music and stuff.
That's
like
what I'm saying.
that.
Like
So it's
Chicago chess records, all that stuff with the Muddy Water, like all
Muddy
those.
Waters. What the
Yeah,
hell about
all
Muddy
these-
Water?
But all these blues singers and
Yeah.
stuff, they on the south side. I
Yeah.
hated like going over there seeing that, because it's just like, oh, this is boring. But I'm a kid not knowing that I'm seeing straight history.
Yeah, straight.
They got their murals painted on the wall. I see where they lived at, like the apartments that they lived in. But it's like,
Your wife doing?
like now I see more about how to, you know what I'm saying, make that somewhere else. Like, they ain't got it over here. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I don't think they got enough people to really back their, their history enough. Like, I don't know how far theirs go, but I know how far mine go, and like as far as entertainment and all that. And I want to be the clothing part of it, and ain't no clothing part of it in Chicago.
Yeah.
So if I'm the history of clothing in Chicago, who else is it? Like, I'm basically the king of Chicago in clothing, period.
You heard it here, King of Chicago.
They been heard it. Like, they been seeing it. Like, you don't
Let them know.
Everybody else in Chicago that make clothes, I know who make clothes and who did their clothes and who made their clothes, where they got their fabric from to get their clothes most of the time, and like where they make their clothes at, like all the studios that was there. Like, that's why I had to move out of Chicago, because it wasn't big enough as far as knowledge. I couldn't find out nothing from nobody. They wouldn't tell, they wasn't sharing, they was hating. As far as to me, is hating is if you don't like, if you got some information and you don't want to share it just because you don't want that person to get it ahead of you, like, that's hating to me. Like, I just forever think that's hating. But
well, no, I think but they see the ambition in some people. They're like, I don't want them to make me look stupid or make them look.
But that's a million people for me. Like, there's a million people that.
No, I'm saying like most people that are like the master. They're like, oh, I can't give you everything because then they're gonna be better than me, or they're gonna make me look stupid.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
no, not you per se, but I'm saying like masters.
You talking
in general.
real general, but I'm talking about specific. Like, there's no master to this.
That's step one. What is that? 50 or 40?
You're not supposed to outshine the master.
Don't outshine the master.
But there is no.
That's
master.
the first law.
I don't have to respect that law because I don't have a master. There has to be somebody that's a master that's teaching me something, and I have to be taking in his. Like, I'm learning for different masters in different fields. Like, I gotta watch Jeff Bezos and Warren Buffett and like what they doing with their money and how they acquired it. Then I gotta look at like their story from when they started and how they persevered through people not being able to. Yo, imagine being a billionaire and somebody gotta think like you. Like, there's no other billionaire. Like, who you bouncing your ideas off of? Who you talking to? Like, who be, like...
No wonder they go crazy.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you don't go crazy because you ain't got nobody to tell nothing about. Like, yo, you can't relate to what I'm talking about.
Right.
I'm talking about...
I'm buying a yacht. You buying
Elon
You buying a boat.
Elon Musk is putting stuff on the... Like,
I'm buying a battleship.
Buying spaceships for real. Like, Elon Musk and, like... If you're talking to a regular person, that don't even sound right.
Yeah.
But if you're talking to somebody
crazy.
that's in that field and know what you're talking about, that's doable. You're like, yo, I got the money. I got every dollar possible to make everything happen.
Yeah.
But I don't have this, and like, he know what he needs, and like, that's what makes him a genius, because he's able to put all that stuff together and make stuff that's cheaper for other people, and he only doing it he's
you said a couple people, niggas, I didn't know.
Well, I was talking about him because he actually can make some.
All right, you
something.
getting on the topic of fashion, dog.
It is fashion. Like, he connected to Kanye, and I'm about to bring it back to Kanye. And
Oh, my
Kanye,
bad. All right, go ahead.
Kanye, I'm gonna bring it to 1080, and after 1080, you can take it out. Like,
All right.
essentially, you done. Like, yeah, we got updates. That's the updates, because you didn't even have no subject matter for trends, and you just had those 3 names. You didn't even have all the things.
Well, we still did something with it. Why you hating, dog? We already did an hour and so plus, so. Yeah, all right. We had some quick, good trapping in today. We got other people joining, but we about to get out of here. So, you done?
You just told me I was done. What you mean? You just, am I done?
All right. Catch us
It's
next
on
week.
subject. Like, everything is on subject. Because if you can relate it back to fashion, because we the culture. Like, what are you talking about? That's part of the culture right now. Elon Musk is the culture.
All right. Oh, no. Let's just get out of here before we get too crazy. So this is 1080 podcast where the thread tells every story and fashion is our language. We'll catch you next week. We out.